Like the early 80s British New Wave, you definitely want to stick around to the end of this one. But right now we're in the mid-70s in Cleveland, Ohio, actually Solon, Orchard Middle School, and it was recorded December 75 of their Christmas concert, and definitely got a lot of cool local and world Christmas stuff, including this from the Plain Dealer from 84. It's a beautiful copy, and everybody's on here. Tony Bennett, Jim Neighbors, Rosemary Clooney, etc., etc. Don't know if this was special at newsstands or what, but it sure is a pretty cool Cleveland thing. And just a reminder, we're going to be closed Christmas Eve, so your last chance to come on out here is next Friday the 23rd. And we've got readings from the Ramayana and the Bhagavad Gita. This is some nice folkways stuff from the early 50s, pretty scarce, as well as Killing Joke, 80s. Again, kind of the theme of this flip, at least for the end, but there's a killer track. And Movin'. This is Hot Palmer, but it's also in the book trade, you'd probably call it Tipton, because it's kind of been modified, and they called it Rap Palmer, so it's kind of unusual and strange. And indie rock from the late 80s, the Pixies, Gigantic. Definitely a gigantic song indeed on a nice 12-inch, and a 69 rock. It's got a lot of psychedelic stuff, Eleanor Rigby by Vanilla Fudge, etc., and some really good experimental folk stuff, the Powers Rollin duo, and it's signed by both of them. And if you're into 12 strings, hammered dulcimers, etc., etc., this is really good groovy psych jam stuff. The Who, we got some rock here, talk show, and they're actually saying MINT exclamation point, because never seen a copy as literally meant as this. And First Light, the roots reggae legend from Cleveland, Ohio from 85. Pretty scarce indeed. Wolf Eyes from Detroit, some white hot noise from the early years of this millennium. And this is kind of like the Kiss solo album series, because everybody in the band did their own solo stuff, 2 picture discs, and then the whole Wolf Eyes band joined together for some crazy noise at the end. And this is actually one of the best looking picture discs that we've ever seen, at least the first one. It looks pretty cool. And Rasputina, some synthy goth stuff from 1998, a 12-inch white label promo. And A Place to Bury Strangers, the whole shoegaze revival band, limited edition of their 2007 debut release on clear vinyl, and it's signed by all members of the band, so pretty intense. John Weiss, Musique Concrète from 2017. You see him working all the pedals there. That's definitely it. It's got the insert as well. And we got a lot of sealed stuff here, too. Mr. Novak, 1963. A lot of cool themes. And the Yellow Rose Royce soundtrack from 65. That's scarce, but it's also sealed. Dionne Warwick, Neil Diamond, and Scott Reed, a terrific Cleveland lounge legend. He put out 3 records. This is his middle one, his second one. This is sealed. He played over in Northfield in a place called the Bluegrass, and this was recorded live in living stereo, so definitely recommend it. Collect them all. The first one is amazingly scarce and rare. We got, of course, the great Herbie Hancock from 79, and sealed Maynard Ferguson. This is sealed. Some other fusion and jazz fusion and modern jazz here. This is some straight ahead bop. It's a mono 66. Bud Powell's on here, Oscar Peterson, of course, Art Tatum, and more. Good stuff. And Sparks, if you're into this kind of stuff, we've got a lot of it, and a lot of this early Spark stuff, and just doesn't come around at all in any condition. And here's some decent stuff, of course, some power pop here with Big Beat, and Prince, a really good 2-cut maxi single from 83, Cyndi Lauper, Culture Club, and this is actually their first U.S. Release of this. Only had 9 tracks, and then soon after that, all 10 tracks, as most people know it, is on here. And never seen such good copies of this Wham, including this from 84 and Everything She Wants, the long version. Pretty nice, minty stuff. And not the 9 o'clock news. This was funny take, BBC loosening their collars a bit. There was a punker on it, Pamela Stevenson. Look her up, but look them all up. They're all pretty funny, and this is definitely an interesting period piece. And the Orchids, this is a promo copy, their only record from 1980, and it also features Laurie McAllister, the late Laurie McAllister of the Runaways. After she left the Runaways, she came on with them. This is a promo. They never made it as big as the Runaways, but for the collectors, you'll want that, and you'll also want this original Depeche Mode from 84. Some great reward.